Hi, my name is Christine Goodwin, and this is How to Build an MVP, an entrepreneurship workshop brought to you in partnership with Germana and Fred Exchange through SkillUp VA. So what is an MVP? Technically, the definition is a minimally viable product. But what a minimally viable product really is a small set of features that you're going to put quickly into the market that are instrumented so that they can give you information back about user interaction, user engagement, and user feedback around the product that you want to bring to the market. The MVP is the tool that you use to test and confirm your value proposition hypothesis. So what does that mean? Really what you're trying to do with your MVP is learn quickly and early whether or not the solution that you're putting into the market solves anybody's problem. And the only way to do that is to do it fast. One of the questions we get a lot is, how do I build an MVP? A lot of coders who are first-time founders want to go out and sling some code and build this really cool web-based application or an app for the iPhone. We strongly discourage that. Simple MVPs can be things like a survey form. They can be a mocked-up user interface where we're just trying to figure out how much time does somebody spend on the front page of our website and what links are they clicking through, because that's going to tell you something about what they're interested in. MVPs can also be something as simple as a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? So what we want to do is really determine what are the features we have to put into an MVP. And a really good approach for that is to define user stories. User stories say, for a given customer, here is something that they want to do. So as a mother of 2 children in elementary school, I would like to have an online chore chart so that I can track anywhere, any place in time, how my children are progressing with regards to keeping up with their chores and how much money they're earning. Simple, discrete, and something I can instrument with metrics very simply. That's a user story. That puts the concept of feature development in the voice of the user so that we're actually building to what a user wants, not what we think they want. An MVP needs to be really focused on that. How are you solving a user's problem? And to get there, you have to really think about this user story. You should not be building features if you're not thinking about the features in context of what the customer needs. So user stories, really simple MVP, and it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be a big, huge site. It doesn't have to be a store. It can be a really simple iteration on 1 or 2 parts of your product so that you can learn quickly from your customers whether or not your assumptions about how your solution solves their problem are valid. Simple MVPs are things like an explainer video. You can throw an explainer video up on YouTube that says, here's the product we're going to put out into the market based on what we think we've learned about you, and you can see how many views you get, how many downloads, how many shares. You can build a landing page with a simple sign-up form that explains, here's what we are, here's how we think we're solving your problem, and see how many people actually sign up for a notification of the next thing you're going to put out. You can launch a Kickstarter campaign to see how many people will fund a portion of your product or your MVP or anything related to your solution. These are easy ways to get metrics. A lot of things that we see in the real world, we have email marketing campaigns, social media campaigns. You can build a Shopify site really quickly to see if anybody will buy a peanut butter and jelly sandwich online from your store. There's lots of little things that you can do to test. The key is to keep it simple. Because again, the purpose of an MVP, once we've built it, isn't to put the first version of our product into the market. This is a common mistake that we make a lot. An MVP is not the first version of your product. It is a simple way to test your hypothesis, to test whether or not the solution that you're driving towards, in part or in whole, has any validity with your potential customers or your targeted customer segments. Keep it simple, do it quickly, change it a lot based on user feedback. This is the purpose of an MVP, and you should be building lots of them before you actually determine and figure out for sure, based on the data you collect from your MVP, what your real product needs to be.